Hey, hey, it's Happy Monday for some of us, and for some of us who dread the beginning of the week, it's Monday. Okay, so you're back on the Duchess of Unicorn YouTube channel, and I want to just briefly touch upon what is going on with Meghan Markle. So she's made an appearance, but it's not really a TV appearance, it's a pre-recorded conversation in reference to Elephants Without Borders, the movie that she did the proceeds go to Elephant Without Borders, but she did a Disney Plus movie called Elephant. And she just today came on, I guess, briefly and was pre-recorded. They say back last year sometime or what have you, but the fact remains is it was pre-recorded. So nothing really to tell there. You couldn't really see her from waist down. That was awesome because we didn't have to be so preoccupied with the media talking about what she is wearing, even though they did speak of what she was wearing. You know, the crisp white shirt from Misha Nunu's line for SmartWorks with Meghan Markle and such on and so forth. Like, Meghan's been in clothing before in Canada, and we don't really hear much about her clothing line taking off with the department store that she once had a line of clothing with. So she's already gone down that route. So with Misha Nunu being more established as a designer and hooking up with Meghan, you would think you'd hear a ton more about it in terms of success. Yes, the shirt sold out, but it's odd because it's just a white shirt. It just, to me, tells me about what sheeple we have in the world. Okay, so they did go over what she wore. They talked about the two zodiac necklaces, the Taurus and I think the Aries. No, the Taurus and Virgo. So I think it's one's for Harry and one's for Archie, blah, blah, blah. She's worn that before. So she is actually back to merching. And again, when you see royals like Kate, yes, they may mention the designer, but they don't always talk about it to an extent of what her earrings were and what her lip glosses and what her nail polish is and what her jewelry is and what her pants were. And so it just seems to kind of break down the fact that Meghan is not royal. And it's good that she is now away from the royal limelight in that manner because she really didn't suit it properly. Not at least as the royal family, would have liked. I'm sure she brought in a certain amount of money in tourism, but they see that she wasn't well received in the UK. It's a little more traditional there, my understanding, and from what I can feel and sense. But in the United States, she fits right in, and that's where she's from. It's her culture. It's her vibe. So let's just look at some of the, media outlet, what they're doing today. Now, Bazaar and all these people, they're all kind of, they're not legitimate in any sort of way. The New Yorker, yes, maybe. And the New Yorker a week ago was saying Meghan and Harry, they're fractured fairy tale. Okay, but the Hub 3 days ago, Duchess Meghan reunites with Hub Community Kitchen on Zoom. Yeah. I think she's doing that too because she now has, with Archwell, she's now going to have patents that are, a trademark rather, that's going to be going into education. So who knows what she wants to do with something like the Hub Community Kitchen. Yes, she may very well have a sincere feeling for this, Hub Community Kitchen. Who wouldn't? It's called Hub. It's a community kitchen. Come on now. And she may very well, and I don't want to diminish that, but what I'm saying is there's always an opportunity for, it seems, for the light to shine back upon what she wants to be noted for. And that's still not anything wrong. I'm just pointing it out. Because I have noticed a lot of people are coming on and they're Meghan worshipers. I mean, the Bible says worship no one, no man. But there are these worshipers that think that she's bringing them a check and that they should deposit the check into their account directly from Meghan Markle. And perhaps maybe it's something we all don't know. Maybe Meghan Markle is having her PR people, hire people to come on here and bash people who criticize her and kind of make everybody feel lousy because they don't feel her. But I'm not having it. And so now that we have that out of the way, let's go on. Now, basically what I understand is Meghan had a pre-recorded interview. It was all about the elephants, spoke nothing else. I love it. That's what I think, and that's how I feel someone who in a royal position should exactly behave like. Just like that. Get in there, get to the point, focus on what you're doing, and get out and let it be over. And I liked the interview. It was simple. It was how it should be. And that's how all her interviews should be, really. Because honestly, if she gets into what she's merching things and she's creating clothing and she's not a designer, she's just not. I mean, she wants to be a designer, an entertainer, a writer, a politician, a civil servant. Well, apparently she didn't want to be a civil servant. That was too low for her. She wants to be a Hollywood actress. She wants to create, some type of ambassadorship for all the countries. She wants to be there for the animals. She wants to, and we're always hearing conflicting stories in terms of everything she does on a bigger scale is often overshadowed by somebody in the media pointing factual things and saying, hey, look, she did this, but over here she didn't do this. Or she did this, but she didn't do it well. Or she did this, but it wasn't truthful. Or, and my case in point is the fact that she had put out in her PR that she donated $100,000 to the people in the UK, a community food bank or a kitchen or some sort of thing like that. It was like $100,000, and it came back from, I guess, proceeds from her wedding, which that's interesting. I'm guessing that's the tourism stuff. And so she supposedly donated it back to the UK community, which makes sense to me. But honestly, isn't it the money that's owed to the United Kingdom, the people of Britain? Isn't it owed to them? It's tourism. It's their money. So did she really donate it? And that's just an example of what I mean when I say, her camp reports one thing good that she does, and then the facts are it was, something that she did slightly off or wasn't completely transparent about it. So when you say, yeah, you donate it, say, no, you let the people of the United Kingdom keep it because it's the British money anyway. It's from our wedding, it's proceeds or whatever it is. Could it be from tourism? If anyone else out there knows exactly what that $100,000 was from, exactly, let me know in the comments. I am curious because I think it's from tourism or from the proceeds of her wedding from, money and media and everything that came in, all the dollars came in. I guess it all gets balanced out later, years later, apparently. And, I guess they tried to give it to members of the royal family, which makes no sense to me. So anyway, moving along, I want to keep this video super, super, super short. Okay, so Meghan did that today. And then I understand her and Harry put out how they are not going to work with some of the major media outlets in Britain. So I think it's like The Sun, the Daily Mail, the Express, and I think one other. So for some people in the media, maybe it's a big deal. For me, not so much, because really what they're saying to us, and I'm not sure what The Sun is doing. I have no idea if they're doing right or wrong. I don't know. We don't have access or privy to that part of it. But to cut off a certain amount of papers because you claim they don't report the truth, that's between Meghan, Harry, and those outlets. But here's my thought. Is it all driven by the fact that they are telling the truth in stories? They are reporting the stories as it has been told or reported to them, and they have checked it out, but yet it's a different story from the perspective of Meghan and Harry, and the fact that they are so angry and bitter over the press that they've gotten, the failed press that they've gotten, that they feel they no longer want to deal with them because they want to censor what's been said. And I'm not really sure. I'm not feeling a strong way about that. What I'm feeling is that something is off. Anything to do with Meghan is slightly off. Now, here's what I want to say about that. It could be that she's telling the truth, that she is being forthright, but we can't really determine that as the public, the general public, because we don't have privy, or we don't see it, feel it, or taste it. So again, she could be really motivated by more authenticity and feeling that she's wronged in terms of how medias portray her. I don't really feel they portray her in a bad way. I haven't seen it. Sometimes you can tell when you read a title, it doesn't sound in favor of her. That's fine. And maybe the article still is factual. We don't know. Again, the general public is not privy to some of this type of things. And so we're not hearing much about the lawsuits. I'm still waiting to hear about the lawsuits. I'm still waiting to hear about how Prince Harry and Meghan sued the British newspapers. And I'm still waiting to hear the verdict. And either it's still going on or it's still being hush-hush. I don't know. I don't think they can hide, what the outcome of it. But I would love to know what's happening. If you are in the UK and you have some, information about that, please hold it in the comments. I'd love to know where I can see that, and please put links. Okay, so today is Monday. That's over with. Thank goodness. I don't have a ton of things to report because really we'd like to see things with Meghan just simmer down, right? We just like it to just die off. But here's the things I think are going to happen. I already covered this in my last video. I believe Meghan Markle with Archewell, whether it's, some kind of ingenious way how she thought up the name. Many people think it's like, a door-to-door distributorship or whatever. But whatever the case may be, trademarks are being put up. She's taking her time, planning it together. I think that's smart. I think it's actually, I think it's smarter than what she tried to run away with the bag of money with Sussex Royal. So I think Archewell is being slowed down a little bit more, care is going into this. And going forward, I think you'll see a lot of different, I think she's just going to have 8 arms. I think she's going to literally have 8 arms. She's going to be like Shiva, and she's going to have all these arms, the destroyer, and she's going to try to have her hand in several different things at the same time. And sometimes when people want to take opportunities or take advantage of every opportunity that presents itself to them, they do. And sometimes they can pull it off, and other times they fail. And so there's a pandemic, but yet Meghan is still in the news. I mean, it's really not anything crucial, but she just wants to make sure she's still there. There's even talk that she did not deliver meals door to door to dying people in the LA community. Someone else did that, like Jessica Maroney, or it could have been anybody. I've heard it all. And so we all just have to sit and wait and see what's real and what's not real. But I still trust my gut, and I say anything with Meghan Markle is just a little bit off. That could be because there's other entities that are at play. It's not just Meghan and her little old self trying to, engine uphill herself. Go, engine, go. She's not a little choo-choo train trying to make it up the hill alone. No, there are backers, and those backers are going to want to see dividends. And clearly, if she was sent into, let's say, in my opinion, the royal family to create some kind of waves and rescue Prince Harry out of there in the interim, then she has done correctly. If she was supposed to go into the royal family and help them with favoritism within the public and, Prince Harry to be happy and flourishing and the whole family to just join in together, then that was a fail. So there's a lot of things I think that are at work. We still don't know. I do feel strongly, in my opinion, and it's just an opinion. I'm not working for a newspaper. I'm not related to anybody. It's just little old me over here reading the facts and dishing out my thoughts and sharing them, just like anybody else, just like you. And if you agree with me, put it in the comments. But I feel like everything involved with Meghan primarily seems a little bit off. And I'm still in the point of this whole thing where I'm trying to determine if most of it is truly on Meghan, or are there other entities at work kind of being the puppet, the puppet master, if you will, and we're just seeing Meghan like anybody else doing what she's advised, aka told to do. I will let that sink in a little bit, and I will see you in the next video. I hope you're having a good week. It'll probably be a day or two before I come out with my next video. However, if I am so inclined, I see something that just gets me and I really need to share with you, I will, of course, create another and upload another video for you. Take care, be blessed, be safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much to the people that support this channel by subscribing and commenting and making us a community that we can certainly share how we really feel without feeling the negativity or the real negative people. Thank you so much for getting rid of those negative people. And I certainly am deleting people, because there will be no negativity here just because we are feeling that something is off and we're sharing it. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye.